There's no question, none, that President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day. No question about it. The people who stormed this building believed they were acting on the wishes and instructions of their president. And having that belief was a foreseeable consequence of the growing crescendo of false statements, conspiracy theories, and reckless hyperbole, which the defeated president kept shouting into the largest megaphone on planet Earth. As Justice Story explained, the Senate, upon conviction, is bound in all cases to enter a judgment of removal from office. Removal is mandatory upon conviction. Clearly, he explained, that mandatory sentence cannot be applied to someone who's left office. The entire process revolves around removal. If removal becomes impossible, conviction becomes insensible.
That, my friends, is the grim reaper of democracy, Mitch McConnell. And there is a lot of hand-wringing going on, not just from his camp, but the Republican Party, because they know now that you're down Lindsey Graham and you are down Grim Reaper Mitch, that this is a huge shakeup to Trump's power and to a lot of those Republicans who are con artists and are up their eyeballs in Epstein files. And in this video, my girl, Joy Ann Reid, and shout out to all the readers, that is what she calls her crew of followers, did a great video with Scott MacFarlane, who's going to kind of talk about what he's learned from the camp of Mitch. And we're also going to just kind of discuss why Democrats need to quit being so pussyfooted when the Republicans play a complete different game. All that and so much more. Lamont Tyson, Politics of Being Black. We get started right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that full. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the building with the all knowing, all loving, all feeling, all seeing, all powerful, all DEI, all woke, all LGBTQ+, all equitable, damn all everything sexy as hell host, Lamont Tyson. And we're just going to jump into this one because when my girl Joy Ann Reid speaks, my sister, my auntie, I listen. But before we do, I just want to put this up and say thank you to everybody. I caught this on Mehdi Hassan's stream. He was the 5th fastest growing political YouTube. Look who's number 8 with that red arrow. It's me. And that is a testament to everyone that's been enjoying the shorts I post, to all the creators that have allowed me to post those shorts to help us all grow. Always make sure you go into the video description or the pinned comment to show the original content creator some love. And if you have a smaller content creator trying to get their voice out there, that's what I use this platform for, to help get progressive voices out there to thwart what is going on with the stealing of democracy. In this video, Joy Ann Reid just kind of goes in and talks a little bit about how a lot of us are not feeling sorry for Mitch because he tried to harm more people than he helped, and how he's one of the most evil, most powerful, at one point in time, Speaker of the House and minority speakers, of the Senate that we've had. And in this moment, you are going to see why a lot of us feel that way, because he did not only try to block a lot of things Obama did, he is solely the reason we have this Supreme Court that is taking rights away from women, taking rights away from minorities, taking rights away from legal immigrants of this nation. And if your skin ain't white, it ain't right. Take a look at this.
Our top political priority over the next 2 years should be to deny President Obama a second term. Over the past week, some have said it was indelicate of me to suggest that our top political priority over the next 2 years should be to deny President Obama a second term. But the fact is, if our primary legislative goals are to repeal and replace the health spending bill, to end the bailouts, cut spending, and shrink the size and scope of government, the only way to do all of those things is to put someone in the White House who won't veto any of these things.
I was shocked that former President Obama left so many vacancies and didn't try to fill those positions.
I'll tell you why. I was in charge of the of what we did the last 2 years of the Obama administration.
I will give you full credit for that. And by the way, take a bow. All right, that was a good line.
The decision the Senate announced weeks ago remains about a principle and not a person. About a principle and not a person. It seems clear that President Obama made this nomination not with the intent of seeing the nominee confirmed, but in order to politicize it for purposes of the election. We'd fill it. Yeah, the reason I started with the judges, as important as all these other things are that we're talking about, I mean, if you want to have a long-lasting, positive impact on the country, everything else changes. I remember during the tax bill, there were people agonizing over whether one part of the tax bill was permanent or not. What can't be undone is a lifetime appointment to a young man or woman who believes in the quaint notion that the job of judge is to follow the law. So that's the most important thing we've done.
But do you understand why many Americans view this as a double standard?
I can only repeat that we have an obligation under the Constitution, should we choose to take advantage of it, to fill the vacancy, and I assure you that's very likely to happen.
Senator, you've spoken highly of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Why not listen to her dying wish, apparently, to allow the next president to make this decision?
Well, as Senator Barrasso pointed out, I prefer another thing she said recently, which was she thought the number of the Supreme Court ought to be 9.
Do you have any updated reporting on whether Mitch McConnell is still with us on this plane?
What a terrible sign. I mean, what a terrible sign that the governor had to publicly release a letter he sent to Mitch McConnell's team asking for a proof of life. I mean, this is the type of thing that a back channel conversation should easily satisfy. When the governor is asking about a senator's health and well-being, that he had to go public with it gives you some indication of the response or the lack of response from Team McConnell. I've been asking them for weeks now for updates. The latest response they gave to me was about 24 hours ago, and they said McConnell is improving. They don't characterize what that means, Joy. They don't give a sense of from where to where he's improving. And this string of MAGA and McConnell surrogates who say they've each had 20-minute phone calls with McConnell does not satisfy the many questions that exist out there. This is an open-ended question, and I think Team McConnell could easily answer it, and they're choosing not to.
That was all Mitch McConnell, ladies and gentlemen. That was all Mitch McConnell. And right now, in this moment, the reason why Republicans are so mum on his health is because I believe they know that his ass is about to kick the bucket. You don't get to go from this photo to this Photoshop shit right here that y'all tried to play us with to have us think that he's doing better. No, ladies and gentlemen, it is complete turmoil in the Republican Party, complete tumult, and they know that their asses is going to get cooked. Now, having said that, we also have to hold Democrats to an account because there are a lot of corporate Democrats who would step up to the plate, do nothing, keep the status quo, and keep repealing democracy because they are in the tank for people that buy them. There's no time for that because I'm hoping these corporate Democrats have seen that they can be fucked in the butt with an ugly stick too if somebody decides to turn on them. But what can keep us all whole is democracy. Increasing the plot average people have over what outcomes happen from the government. And so let's hope that people get with it and can actually put these things in place. And now I'm going to end this by playing a video, the rest of some of this interview Joy did with Scott MacFarlane. Please be sure to go and subscribe to not only Joy's channel, but Scott's too. They do great work, keep you informed. We all got to have hands on deck for this fight for democracy. And be sure to subscribe to me, share me, follow my news link and all that. But let me know what you guys think about Mitch. Is he about to kick the bucket? I do think so, because they're not showing up as much. Enjoy the video, and I'll catch you later.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that full. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.